Please don't give into the inauthentic lie that the government is here to take care of us, that they're going to provide everything for us. That is not the case. The government wasn't designed to provide everything for us. We've been given our own minds and our own abilities to think and our own abilities to produce for ourselves.
People who talk about freedom, who think about freedom, who work for freedom, sooner or later will be a free people, and there is no other way.
And so, to put it bluntly, I'm going to put the hammer down pretty hard, and pretty fast, and real straight. My invitation tonight was to speak about the United States Constitution and principles. We hold these truths to be self-evident: that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And my friends, we speak a lot about principles, but you must understand there are true principles and there are false principles. How do you know which is which?
We live in a country that was set up by founding fathers who believed that every person should have a voice, and that voice could be heard, and in combination with other voices, a majority could help change, alter, or abolish a tyrannical government.
We'd like to thank you for being here tonight for a meeting for United in Liberty, founded by Dustin Harris and Joe Olivas. It is a group dedicated to saving the Constitution one community at a time, with organizations throughout the United States, both to educate and promote activism to espouse the 12 principles of freedom. And Dustin's asked me to MC this tonight. My name is Carl Watkins. I'm thankful to see you here tonight and for everybody that has showed up. We're going to have a great meeting tonight. I'm sure you will be edified by what you hear. It's pleasure now to introduce you to Glenn Rawson, who to me is a profound patriot, knowledgeable man on the subject of the Constitution.
Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate your attendance here tonight. I'm gratified to see so many of you. I have to say, I don't think we expected quite this many. I have a prepared speech tonight, which I won't read, because that's as boring as watching paint dry. I will, however, refer to and read parts of it. But I'm doing something just a little bit different tonight than what I normally do. Normally, I'm a child, and I love stories, and stories teach me. But tonight, I'm not going to be telling very many stories, because the invitation that I received was to speak about principles. And so, to put it bluntly, I'm going to put the hammer down pretty hard, and pretty fast, and real straight. And I hope, and I don't mean this derogatorily, but I hope you can keep up, because I'm going to go pretty fast. We hold these truths to be self-evident. What's a truth? What's a truth? It is knowledge as it was, as it is, and as it is to be. It's unchanging, eternal knowledge. The Declaration of Independence declared that there were certain truths that would be self-evident. Why are they self-evident? Because the truths that will follow in the Declaration of Independence are ingrained in every human heart from the moment of birth and sentient ability. The moment a person develops the will and the ability to think, to reason, that wells up within his soul that I am free. I have the right to choose. I used to be a nursery leader. 7 years in the nursery. You know what I learned? From the earliest age, children have a keen sense of justice. Just as children have an innate sense of right, wrong, and justice, so too does every grown person in this room know when they are free, when their conscience is free, or when tyranny has been imposed upon them. You sense it, you feel it. Hence, the truths that will follow are self-evident. They don't need to be argued. Every sane, rational, honest heart knows that they're true. And when these self-evident truths are denied, conflict is inevitable. All men, here's the first one, all men are created equal. You know the first thing that struck me about that? Men were created. They're not evolutionary end product. They're not the result. I'm not a half-breed chimpanzee. I'm not the product of the random forces of nature. I was created by God. So were you. You realize what I'm saying? I'm not preaching a religion. But the Declaration of Independence is the political creed of America. It is our creed. It is our founding philosophy. It was a declaration to all the world in 76. This is what we believe. This is our faith. And this is how we will govern ourselves and view all the rest of the world. Hence, the first creedal statement in America's founding as the United States of America is all men are created equal and endowed by their Creator, God, with certain unalienable rights. And when this nation forgets God, they forget their roots. Men are the product of divine intelligence. Now you might ponder with me how it is that all men are created equal. I was looking at those 4 gentlemen singing. Boy, they were a handsome, talented lot. And I'm not trying to flatter them. They are and were a handsome, talented lot. Now my wife leaned over to me as they were singing and says, "Don't you wish you could sing like that?" I couldn't carry a tune in a bucket if my life depended on it. And I certainly don't look like that. I'm not equal with them in talent. I was not born equal with them in talent, and I'll never, at least in this mortality, be able to sing like that. Maybe the next world can fix it, but I doubt even that. And I'm certainly, as you might consider, there are people in this world who are not born with the opportunity. Obviously, when all men are created equal, it does not mean they're born equal in looks, in beauty, in talent, or opportunity. They are not. And any man who thinks they are is sorely deluded and uninformed. So how are all men equal? It is this. All men stand equal before the law, or should. Whether civil or eternal, all of God's children are equal in His sight. In America, it is our creed that no man is better than another. Moreover, in America, we declared by our political creed that we would live in a society where every opportunity for growth and happiness that could possibly be afforded would be afforded equally across the board. Aristocracy and primogeniture in America died in 1776, and it should not be reborn now or ever. We are a nation of equals. We look eyeball to eyeball. No one man up or down. All men are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights. Rights are a gift.